Capcom. Capcom, everybody. Hello, YouTubers. This is MatsuKaZa bringing you another vlog. And this time, I want to talk about Capcom and Street Fighter. In particularly. That's right. Anyway. Okay, Capcom and Street Fighter. Don't get me wrong. Now, I like Street Fighter. And I like Capcom. But I've noticed over the years how Capcom apparently also loves Street Fighter. Because they've made... It's not the fact that there are so many Street Fighters. It's the fact that there are so many of them that are pretty much the same thing, just with added content in it. Look at Street Fighter 2, actually. Did you know there's Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, and Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I don't even know then. But then you have the Alpha series, which I'm still a little confused if Street Fighter's storyline, I don't know the story at all, actually, because I didn't know Street Fighter had a story until Street Fighter 3 Third Strike came out, which when I first saw it, it was in an arcade in Virginia, and the side of the arcade machine just said 3. I was like, huh, 3. It's a weird name for a fighting game. Until I actually looked at what the guys were playing, and I saw the character select screen, which had all of 8 characters in it, which 2 of them I saw were Ryu and Ken. I was like, a fighting game with Ryu and Ken in it? It's called 3. Until I saw the actual title screen, and it's called Street Fighter 3, A New Generation. I was like, oh, I get it. But they only had 8 characters, but they kept Ryu and Ken though. But anyway, I'm getting, there's so much Street Fighter on my mind right now, I'm just getting all out of order and stuff. But, really, there's one thing I've noticed about Street Fighter, just the series in general. Have you guys noticed how there are a lot of blonde characters? Is this thing getting uneven? Hang on. You adjust you guys a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, I think. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed how there are a lot of blonde characters. I mean, Guile, American, blonde. Charlie, American, blonde. Alex, American, blonde. Cody, American, and also blonde. Am I forgetting somebody else? Anyway, and then when Street Fighter 4 came out, introduced a new character, Rufus. Now, this one I think is a real slap in the face. He's a fat guy who's also blonde, and he's American. So, is Capcom trying to tell us something with the Street Fighter games, that their envision, is that even a word? Anyway, that their outlook on America, that most Americans are blonde, some of them even fat, which there are a lot of fat people in America. I'm not bad mouthing fat people. It's just, anyway, that's not what I'm trying to get at. But also the mini Street Fighters, there's so many of them. Why? Why does Capcom think it's necessary to make a Street Fighter game, then branch off to make the same Street Fighter game with stuff in it? Street Fighter 4. Actually, no. Street Fighter 3. Okay, there's Street Fighter 3, the new generation. Street Fighter 3, Double Impact, which I notice how not that many people reference that one. But that was on Dreamcast, and it was actually 2 games in one. It was Street Fighter 3 New Generation and Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. That's the one I had. And then it came with Third Strike, which everyone is familiar and remembers Third Strike, because that one was awesome. But I think personally my favorite of the 3 series was Double Impact. I guess because that's the one I've played most, and I'm most used to that one. But Street Fighter 4, okay. Street Fighter 4. Then they made Super Street Fighter 4, which was an entirely separate game. Why they didn't just tack on the add-on characters, I don't know. But then Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, which had 4 extra characters. That could have been downloaded on the market, but I'm just thinking, if they knew they were going to add on stuff to the game, why didn't they just release it with everything they wanted to put into it? Now, I think with Capcom games, they are kind of abusing the add-on content. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the whole thing with Street Fighter X Tekken and the disc lock content, which how someone on the Xbox version found out how to get around that and had all the characters unlocked and was just playing online with them. So I'm guessing their answer to everybody finding out about the on-disc content that was locked was to release a Vita version with all the stuff unlocked on it, and you get that free. Which I'm guessing that's not a bad deal, but still, I mean, I'm just wondering if Capcom's gonna make another Street Fighter series, I should call it, because it's like 4 now. And also, if you guys have ever noticed, Ryu has never turned to Evil Ryu in the regular Street Fighter series. The first time he turned to Evil Ryu, or used the power of the Dark Hado, was in the Alpha series, Alpha 2, I believe. But then, since then, Badubla Amagada. I don't know, the whole Street Fighter storyline. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. But yeah. I guess I'm just gonna wrap this vlog up with that. So this is MatsuKaZa signing off.